Yesterday, the dummies were trying to figure out how they can further alienate even more people against the Democrats in order to ensure the re-election of President Trump in 2020 by a landslide. Now, I figured they did about all they could already, but no, they outdid themselves by mocking Ash Wednesday. So here we go. This was posted yesterday, and here's DUmmie Yort. It starts up. DUmmie Yort said, now I can't pronounce it, Scalbuber. It says, what are those black spots on people's foreheads on MSNBC? So now we're going to start with the mockery. Ashes for, here's the answer. Ashes for Lent. I didn't see the images, but it's the right day for it. Well, it's Ash Wednesday, the first day of Lent. And some people, mostly Catholics, but also a few other denominations, get the sign of the cross marked on their forehead in ashes. Don't worry, folks. The mockery is coming. Oh, and by the way, it says mostly Catholics. I was just curious, so I went to the webpage of, the Facebook page of Pastor Charles Henriksen. That's a Lutheran pastor. And yes, Lutherans, I found out Lutherans do recognize Ash Wednesday because I saw ash on his forehead. And since I'm on the subject of Pastor Charles Henriksen, today is his birthday. He's on Route 66. That gives you a hint as to what birthday it is. So happy birthday to Pastor Charles Henriksen. I'm sorry I can't sing for two reasons. Number one, I don't own a windpipe. That's something and also I made a vow to everybody, all my YouTube subscribers, that once I hit 100 subscriptions, I would never, ever sing again in the Dummy Funnies. So I have to keep to it. But I can't sing happy birthday, but here's happy birthday, Charles Henriksen. All right. So here we go. Now the mockery. Tribal branding. I'm perfectly serious. Be nice to your brain. It is a cult. So they're calling people that recognize Ash Wednesday, Catholics, Lutherans, whatever else, I think Episcopalian, they're all members of a cult. It's a death cult. I grew up Catholic, so I can say this 100% certainty. I, too, am a recovering Catholic. Definitely why I'm ex-Catholic. Probably why I am also so anti-religion. Really? Are you also anti-astrology? You know what? We might take a look at that. I love how they like to think of themselves as so scientific, and yet they worship Goddess Gaia and astrology. Cult plus time equals religion. That's a comment there. That's his. What equals astrology then? I made sure to let everybody know that I'd be late today due to Ash Wednesday. My coworker asked, and what ash does an atheist use? And I said, the almighty hemp ash. Yeah. There's a lot of hemp ash. I'm sure you have a lot of that hemp ash. There's nothing that says they have to leave it on. It's a bit sanctimonious. Chris Como had his ashed forehead as well as Santan's mistress. Oh, I think this dummy means Satan's mistress. Okay, Laura Ingraham. It's as good. It's as if they're saying, "Look at me, look at me. I went to mass today because I'm good, because I'm a good practicing Catholic." Maybe Laura Ingraham will give up speaking for Lent. Wouldn't that be great? Well, we don't have to ask the dummies to give up thinking for Lent. They're doing that all the time. Oh yeah, now here's the Ash Wednesday conspiracy theory. It says And back in those days, the ashes were just a little gray smudge, not like a smear of road tar. Then here. Yes, the ashes grew proportionally bigger and darker as the market share declined. I used to get them as well. 2 quick smudges of light ash from the priest and on your way. They were barely noticeable. It's an evil right-winger plot to make the ashes darker, right? Oh, and finally here we got Biden has been doing it for at least a decade. Yeah. What was he doing before that? You mean he was? Are you trying to say he was doing it for political reasons? So anyway, and by the way, Biden is no longer. They really, since last Friday, I believe it was, because Biden said in passing something nice about Mike Pence. Forget about him. He's going nowhere now. Now, real quick. Now, I just want to show you how ridiculous the dummies are, because with their mockery of Ash Wednesday. But let's look at how they take so seriously astrology in just a moment. Yeah, and now they get an idea of how absurd and as well as hypocritical the dummies are for mocking Ash Wednesday. Let's look at how seriously they take. You see this? A look at Brett Kavanaugh's natal astrology chart. And I mean, it's not just something in passing. Look at this. It's an incredible detail. Just goes on and on and on. I'm just going to look at a little part of it because my brain can't take too much of this astrology BS. But let's look here. Here we go. Just Brett has 3 planets in Virgo, all retrograde. Uranus, oh, of course, Uranus is very important in astrology. Uranus, Pluto, and Mars. Being born in 1965 or the countercultural explosion of the mid-60s. What, isn't there a song like that? When the moon is in the sky and Jupiter is confined by, it's one of that song, Age of Aquarius, yeah, okay. Explosion, which was marked by the big Uranus. Yeah, it was a big Uranus, all right. Pluto conjunction. Brett has these 2 planets conjunct in Virgo within 2 degrees of the exact. Not 3 degrees, because that would make all the difference in the world. I would venture that of these 3 planets, Brett probably has Mars retrograde nearest to his ascendant. His Mars is at 26 degrees of Virgo, and I would put his ascendant at 27 or 28 degrees of Virgo, putting his retrograde Mars on the 12th house side of his ascendant. Now, I'm wondering, wonder what this dummy, let's see, what's his name? Pan Flute Man. Yeah, I wonder what Pan Flute Man is. Probably is one of those that would mock Ash Wednesday, but takes so seriously this. Goes into such detail here about the astrological chart for Brett Kavanaugh. Brett's Mars with its rage. Oh, okay, here we go. Brett's Mars with its rage, aggressiveness, and anger seem to be front and center in the hearings, and generally what is one's ascendant very prominently on display. What about Kamala Harris's Uranus on display? Donald Trump also has Mars, the planet of libido, conjunct with his own. Well, you know what? It goes on and on and on, man. I don't know how the hell anybody can follow this crap. But it goes on. Look at this. It goes on and on. Look at it doesn't stop. And then the dummies are really into this. Says because I didn't have the. Oh, that's the same person starting. It just goes, here he goes on and on and on. Again, more of it, just on. And they take this so seriously. So please, dummies, don't lecture anybody about being narrow-minded or something on religion or mocking Ash Wednesday. Why don't you just look at yourselves, I mean, with this astrology. So, okay, so it's kind of funny here. So anyway, until next time, guys, see you later.